Good evening, beautiful person. Greetings from snowy, chilly Winnipeg. So excited to be here. And I'm still trying to figure out this light. Okay, my name is Hadassah Guitar. I am a life coach and a wellness advocate, and I help beautiful people like you create well-being. And what do I mean by that? And why do I do this? So my mother passed away at the age of 69 from complications of diabetes, and she never got to see my kids grow up. She missed a lot of things. We just celebrated my dad's 90th birthday, and she was not there. And it wasn't because she didn't know how to take care of herself. Of course she did. But, she just had other priorities until it was too late, and stress was a huge part of it. And so one of the things that I do is really help people with their stress. Sometimes you need to get rid of that stress. Sometimes you need to transform that stress. It depends on what it is that you want to do. So today I wanted to talk about transforming stress into excitement. And what does that mean? And how do you do that? Oops, just a little rearrangement here. There we go. So you have probably heard of Bruce Springsteen, the boss. He's a very well-known musician. And he's one of the things that he's known for is turning nerves and stress into excitement. But let me take a step back and just really quickly talk about what it means to be able to transform one thing into the other. Basically, if you think about how your body feels when you feel stressed or when you feel excited, they're really similar. Some people get their heart feels like it's going to burst out of their chest. People get sweaty palms. They get their stomach starts churning with butterflies in their stomach. Sometimes they get flushed. Maybe they'll get very pale. It's like all sorts of body sensations. And our body does this because it thinks we're under threat. And it's called the fight or flight and response, fight or flight response. And if you don't, and if you get it, you have all these feelings. Your mind doesn't really know what it is that you feel until it makes a decision. So all of these things happen, and you might feel scared. You might feel nervous. You might feel like if you're a musician and you're about to go out and perform in front of thousands of people like Springsteen does, you might feel really nervous and scared. And, I heard somebody say that, people are so scared of public speaking, they'd rather be in the coffin than giving the eulogy. It actually is, people are more afraid of public speaking than they are of death, which, wow. But it's true. So here's the thing is that people get so scared and they start getting all these physical sensations. And this happens to Bruce Springsteen too. And what he does in his mind, he tells himself that what he is actually feeling is excitement. Because if you think about it, if you're going to do something that really, really excites you, you're going to have somewhat similar sensations. Just imagine that you're going to the airport and you're going to pick up your beloved and you haven't seen them in a while and you're all excited to see them and you can't wait and you're jumping up and down and you feel like your heart's about to burst out of your chest and you're watching to see them come out and you just feel excited and amazing. A lot of the physical sensations might be very similar to those of stress, but you are feeling wonderful, excited, anticipation, you can't wait. So what Bruce Springsteen does, and apparently Tiger Woods does this too, they feel the feelings. First of all, they breathe. Breathing's important. Sometimes we kind of forget to breathe. And then they tell themselves that they are excited. They tell themselves that they can do this. They tell themselves important and empowering things rather than telling themselves stories about fear and how they're going to fail. They tell themselves stories about how they're going to be amazing. And then they go out and they are. So really what it comes down to is the stories that you tell yourself. So your body has certain sensations, and it's up to you really to decide how you're going to interpret them. Now we have habits. Emotions are to a large extent simply habits that we have developed. So when we get a certain feeling in our body, we have the habit of attaching a certain interpretation to that. But you can change that. It takes time, it takes effort, usually takes some sort of coaching, but you can do that. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. And also I wanted to remind you about this PDF that I have with 7 of my favorite stress calmers. Okay, if you are about to go out and do a pop concert or a major tournament, then you don't want to calm your stress, you want to turn it into excitement. But if, on the other hand, you just want to feel calmer, then I have this list of 7 ways to reduce that stress. And I have to tell you that number 5 has been hugely important in my life. So if you want that list, just drop me a message. Happy to send it to you. And you have a great evening. Remember, I love you. And I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.